has a group mate. His group mate didn't have no naked stripper bouncing around her butt, clapping all over the place. He's the one that's married. He should have objected to that, but he seemed like he was all for it. Like, oh, he's throwing money.
Ashley and Dorian dated briefly as teenagers, but then lost touch. When chance reunited them years later, the flame was reignited, and they married 2 years later. But now, Ashley says it's been 3.5 years, and their union is flaming out fast.
This female has been coming around every 3 months trying to make it known that she still love him and want to be with him and all this stuff. So me and him ended up breaking up for 6 months, and he went and started talking to her.
The spark has flickered out for good in this marriage. Today, on Divorce Court.
Come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Ashley Rose and Dorian Rose. Mr. and Mrs. Rose, you have been married for 3.5 years and you have 1 child together. You do not, however, want to be married anymore. Both of you have a suit against one another for financial issues that I will resolve momentarily. But before we get there, Mrs. Rose, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here in divorce court today?
I am married to a rapper, like a bummy rapper at that. He don't have no money. He always has something to say about me spending. He gets upset because I buy purses, bags, shoes, hair, makeup, whatever it is I want. And I feel like he always has something to say about it, and I'm angry about it. Like, I'm not gonna stop.
You're not going to stop. Do you make all the money in your relationship?
I'm somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat. How does one somewhat make all the money in a relationship?
I make the majority of it.
You make the majority of the money as a hairstylist?
Yes.
You and get on here lying?
I'm not lying.
Mr. Rose, what is your view on that? Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am. How am I a bummy rapper? I'm the only one with the job, and she the one with a shopping problem, Your Honor. How can I be the bummy one when she don't have a job? I don't know what job she on here telling y'all about.
Well, she said she had a job doing hair.
That's not a job. That means your homegirl coming to get her hair done for $50.
But he's buying cigarettes.
Don't get me wrong. She can do some hair, but that ain't no job. My job is full time. I work 40 hours. I work for the Universal Circus. Okay. I'm a traveling inventory specialist.
I've been to the Universal Circus.
I'll travel all around the country.
What do you do?
I sell merchandise. I do something. I might not juggle in the circus, man, but I'm in charge of all the
people to handle stuff. And
all the merchandise that's sold, T-shirts, teddy bears, elephants, lions, tigers.
It's all you.
I sell all that.
Does he bring money home?
I mean, a little something. I mean, I feel like we both bring something in, but he feel like his is better than what I bring in, and it's not. I feel like I work hard for mine. Like, I'm showing talent. Like, when women walk away, they happy. So, yeah, I'm going to be happy, too.
You say she has a spending problem, which she, for the most part, admitted to in the beginning.
It's not a problem.
It's not a problem?
No.
He seems to think it's a problem.
He thinks it's a problem.
Why do you think her spending is a problem?
Ask her what happened to our apartment, why our rent wasn't paid. That's why I think it's a problem, because our rent's not getting paid on time because she want to go to the mall and buy who knows what.
But his check was the one that was short. So, yeah, I made some money and he made some too. I'll say that. But, no, he's not going to put it all off on me. He's the man. He's the provider.
That weed right there cost $700, Your Honor. We had $1,000 in rent to pay, and she wanted to buy $700
worth of hair.
That's
of somebody else's hair.
That's a $700 head you looking at right now.
Let me say this, Your Honor. I'm not really big on name brands. I do like to buy name brand things. I'm small. I'm petite. Like, a lot of the stuff that I get doesn't really cost a lot.
You know, they don't charge less for the small because it's the smallest. That's just silly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, whether you a 4, a 6, a 8, it all costs the same. So don't try to sell that to me.
Now, here go up.
You say that she lies. What does she lie about?
Where she been at? She might leave the house after an argument, tell me, I ain't going nowhere. I just went to the park for a walk real quick. And then her and my daughter been gone all day. I asked her, where you and mommy was? The store? How y'all been at the store? I thought you was at the park.
I mean, but I feel like if we're in an argument, why do you need to know where I'm going? Like, why are you worried about where I'm going?
So who's that dude called you at 4 a.m. the other night after you went to the club?
Your Honor,
who's that dude that called you at 4 a.m. the other night after you left the club?
I had the same question. I don't know who he is. I gave him my number because I thought that he was gonna be able to help as far, okay, he is a musician, he's a rapper. So, when I meet people, I just keep the contact, and I don't think that they're gonna call me back and say, oh, well, like, they wanna hook up. No, I make it very clear that I'm married.
You say your wife doesn't have any faith in you.
No faith
as a musician.
No faith in me. She used to have faith when she seen I did have a little record deal going on. Then she saw that tank, and I stopped doing the music after my daughter was born to focus on being a parent. I couldn't go full-time with it anymore. She saw a little music video we did not too long ago. I guess she got mad about it because it was at the strip club. But, hey, that's the kind of music I got to make.
Don't say that I got mad because it was at the strip club. Okay, he has a group mate. His group mate didn't have no naked stripper bouncing around her butt, clapping all over the place. He's the one that's married. He should have objected to that, but he seemed like he was all for it. Like, oh, he's throwing money, but he don't want to support my shopping habit, but he's throwing money.
It's the entertainment.
That was a music video. It was probably fake money.
Well,
it wasn't fake money, Your Honor. It was definitely not fake money.
Did you pick it up after you threw
Absolutely. I absolutely did. I'm cheap. I'm gonna pick my money up.
There you go.
She gonna spend it all.
Don't you have to show him some respect for putting his dream on hold when the baby came, because he's got to be 24/7 on the job, bringing in steady money? Can't you respect him for that?
And I do respect him for that, Your Honor, but I feel like he still got to make a living. You can't stop doing what you're doing. I mean, even if it's bringing $20 in, I'm not going to stop doing hair, Your Honor.
When divorce court continues, he's actually cheating.
If you want to leave and go out till 4 in the morning and have guys call your phone and do whatever you want to do at the mall and all that, you can leave. You don't have to stay here where I'm trying to live my life like this. You don't have to live by my rules.
Do you believe she is fooling around on you?
Are you?
Divorce isn't easy. If you want to share your story, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Dorian Rose, who says his wife's shopping compulsion is ruining their 3.5-year marriage. But is her childish temper also a reason for the marriage's downfall?
She acted a fool, Your Honor. She acted a fool out.
She's hooping and hollering here.
She acted a fool now. Look at her face. Every time we hanging out, we just spending some personal time. I got to watch her the whole time we hanging out. She on her phone. I can't even get no eye contact. I might be trying to look sexy or something for her. I can't even get her to look me in my face.
Are you spending more time on your e-life when you got a real life right there looking at you, wanting you, and you're not paying attention to it?
Absolutely. Maybe. But, ma'am, he's on the phone just as much as I'm on the phone. He broke his phone because he's irresponsible, and he broke mine too. We'll get to that, but he's irresponsible. So, I feel like I should be on the phone. I paid for it.
You paid for it?
Well, let's. I think everybody should stay off the phone a little more. I mean, I think it's kind of taking up all our time. We lack empathy. There's no physicality, and it's messy. But Mr. Rose, you said in your papers that you think everything got worse between you and your wife after the baby came. Why did you say that?
Her insecurity level just went from, she was the most confident woman I ever met, most beautiful, confident woman in the world to me. And then she had a baby, put on a little weight, whatever the case.
Little weight, Your Honor. When we got pregnant with Sasha.
Hold on, I thought it was my turn to talk. I thought we was talking about what happened after.
Yeah. Hang on, Ms. Rose. Let Mr. Rose finish.
Okay, after the baby was born, she did change a little bit, and I was still very supportive of her. She was still beautiful in my eyes, but it wasn't good enough to hear from me. She wanted to go hear from all these other girls and her friends and her little homeboys, whoever she got in the club with her little clique that they went to the club with out there. It was just better to hear from them than to hear from me, so.
What is your response to that, Mrs. Rose?
I feel like, okay, when me and DJ got pregnant, I'm small. I'm only 5 foot. I weighed about 93 pounds.
Right.
Okay, when I gave birth, right before I pushed her out, I weighed 122 pounds, Your Honor.
That's nothing.
No, that's nothing. No, you're right. That's nothing. Okay, after I had her, I weighed 114 pounds, Your Honor. Then I got on birth control and went to 150. Like, I was walking around looking like a Oompa Loompa. And he didn't even understand that. Like, he wasn't sensitive to the fact. He's saying, oh, you're beautiful. Yeah, like, beautiful and, like, obese. like a step away from being obese.
See what I got to deal with? She think.
Well, you know, women get funny about their weight. And when you're used to being a certain size and you get bigger and everybody, you know, it's an issue.
It was never an issue with me, Your Honor. I always loved her.
You
I thought
say
she
the
was
two of you
beautiful.
don't trust each other. Is that true?
I don't trust anybody, Your Honor. It's an open door policy, Your Honor.
What's
Your
an open
Honor.
door policy?
I don't have a gun to her head telling her to stay there. If you want to leave and go out till 4 in the morning and have guys call your phone and do whatever you want to do at the mall and all that, you could leave. You don't have to stay here where I'm trying to live my life like this. You don't have to live by my rules.
Do you believe she is fooling around on you?
Are you?
No. I'm going to ask her if she is or not a little later on. Right now, I want to know what you believe. What do you think is going on?
Your Honor, I think if it's about some money and she can get some money from somebody, I think she will. I'm not going to put nothing past her. I think she will step out on me. I'm not saying I have any proof. I haven't caught her doing anything yet, but I think so.
Let's tell about what happened with your ex.
What happened with his ex?
Okay, Your Honor. Okay, this female has been coming around every 3 months trying to make it known that she still
Here we go,
love
yeah.
him and want to be with him and all this stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. So me and him ended up breaking up for 6 months because of my insecurities, the ones that he said that he was there for, right? But yeah, we broke up for 6 months. And he went and started talking to her or whatever the case was. He said it was to get back at me. But
Did you hook up with an ex while you two were on a break?
Yes.
Okay.
I told her, though, and I admitted it to
no,
her right after.
that ain't how you said you told me.
I
Like you just
admitted-
came out and told me. I had to act a fool.
Did she act a fool?
She acted a fool, Your Honor. She acted a fool all
She
the time.
hooping and hollering,
She ready
carrying
to
on?
act a fool now. Look at her face.
When divorce court continues, has Ashley taken her love for the finer things too far?
What she did was ask me to pay for the daycare. Come to find out, she didn't take my child daycare that week. She spent the money on weave and just watched it for the week by herself.
Do you think Ashley is the problem in this marriage? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call 1-800-282-1991 now.
If you would like your case heard on divorce court, call us toll free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter at DivorceCourt. Divorce Court returns with the case of Ashley Rose, who denies her husband's accusations that she is cheating on him. But is Dorian up to no good himself?
He take the phone 3-4 hours. He's in the bathroom with it as well.
What kind of things does he do that bother you that you wish he wouldn't do?
If I don't, okay, for instance, when I'm playing Candy Crush, I'm not paying him any attention. He start acting like Sasha. Sasha, that's our 3-year-old. He starts acting like her. Or if I take my eyes off of him for a second, he can't handle it. And it irritates me, Your Honor. Because
Take
I
your
am
eyes off somebody you never put your eyes on. You ain't watched me the whole time we sat there, wherever we was, whatever time you talking about.
You should understand.
This is every day.
I mean, you know, you can't get sucked into that e-business. You know, it's not conducive to a good society. You get weird. It just, a little bit here, a little bit there, but you can't live in it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to live with him.
Right.
You busy playing with your phone, you look up, he may be gone. Because there's somebody looking at him.
Yes, Your Honor, but he uses 3-4. He take the phone 3-4 hours. He's in the bathroom with it as well.
Do you share one phone?
No, he has his own phone, but he likes mine.
Because it's a better phone?
Yeah, but he doesn't want to pay for it.
You got a flip phone or something?
Yes, ma'am. I do.
That's okay. That's all right.
I got a flip phone.
Yeah, that's all right. My husband got a flip phone. Won't give it up for anything. I don't care what I think. He doesn't care. He likes his little flip phone. And you flip on, Mr. Rose. It's okay. You say she spent the daycare money on her weave.
Correct.
Tell me about that. When did that happen? How much was it? And did you two argue about it?
That was recently. That's the $700 weave that I'm talking about. She had half the money, Your Honor, and then she told me that she need whatever the case was, I think it was $375 for the daycare because she didn't pay the last week and she was trying to catch up, Your Honor. So what she did was ask me to pay for the daycare. Come to find out, she didn't take my child Sasha to daycare that week. She spent the money on weave and just watched her for the week by herself at the house because she didn't have nothing to do.
Is that true?
Well, I wasn't gonna go to work, Your Honor. I was having a bad week at work, so I wasn't gonna go to work, and so I stayed
How
home.
do you just not go to work?
I mean, but when you're a hairstylist, if you do good one week, the next week you might not do good. So I was banking on the week before when I did do good, but it ran out too quick because
Do good to
You
her.
know, let me say this, and this is just my little rant, and I'm gonna leave it alone. But it appears that there are a group of people, all of them younger than me, who believe that they should just make enough money to get through the week, and next week will take care of itself. If you get enough, if you do well week 1, you go in week 2 and you continue to work as hard as you can, even if you're not doing well. The $50 or $60 you do make week 2 is more than the $0 that you make if you don't show up.
When divorce court continues, will Dorian be held responsible for breaking Ashley's phone?
he broke this.
Mr. Rose, what do you say happened? Do you think Ashley is the problem in this marriage? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call 1-800-282-1991 now.
Divorce court returns with the case of Ashley and Dorian Rose, who have been married for 3.5 years and have come to court seeking a divorce.
Why don't you tell me about the $750 you want from Mr. Rose?
Well, I'll just show you, Your Honor. This came. He broke this.
Well, let me see it. Give it to Joe. So this is your phone that you were playing games on?
Yeah, Candy Crush. So I'm using the bathroom one
That was
day.
an accident, Your Honor.
The
Hang on.
door is locked. He kicks the door in and like sees I'm on Candy Crush. Thought I was gonna be doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. So
Run your lip. That ain't how that story happened.
Your Honor, he done kicked in a lot of doors.
Okay. Mr. Rose, what do you say happened?
What happened with that phone, Your Honor, was I was talking to her. We was arguing, and she tried to get all sarcastic, looking at the phone and all that stuff. So I snatched it out of hand. It fell, hit the wall, and I don't know. That's how it ended up. That's how it ended up. It hit the wall. It was a mistake. I bought the phone with my money, and I had to replace it with my money, so I don't see why I'm getting sued.
Did you replace it?
Yeah, I replaced it.
Did he replace it?
He gave me a couple of dollars on the new phone, but he didn't replace it.
How many dollars did he give you?
Probably like 100.
I gave her $250, Your Honor.
$250 on the new phone?
It wasn't for a phone. If I would have told him, Your Honor, that I was spending if I needed $250 for a phone, do you think I would have got that phone? He'd get mad when I buy a pair of flip-flops. A phone, no.
You have a countersuit for $900 for a portion of the August rent. Why don't you tell me about that?
She went to the mall and spent the rent money. It's simple as that. She went to the mall, came home with some phone cases. I guess she like cheap purses that's $20, so she got to go get 4, 5 purses at one. I don't know what her problem is, but let's just say our rent money is purses and phone cases and keychains.
Your Honor, I made
27 years old, want a
with that
keychain. Go
money-
to the mall for a keychain.
I got you. Mrs. Rose, you got to learn how to handle money. You got to learn that, oh, no. You're not defined by how you look. You're not defined by how long your
'Cause he
hair
getting
is.
away-
You're not defined by the labels on your shoes
She
or your
not.
purses or your clothes. You're not defined by how many clothes you have. You're defined by what a secure life you give your children, where you're going in life, what you're doing for your husband, what you're doing, all the rest of this blingy bling stuff. It doesn't mean anything. You're all, everybody's all blinged out. Can't think, don't know anything, have nowhere to go. I mean, you do hair, it's a great profession. You could make a lot of money if you worked hard at it, but you're just working when you have to, when you can, and you're wasting your money. Mr. Rose, I don't know what's up with you. I like your hair.
Appreciate it.
It's different. I think you're a good guy. and I think you're going to be good to your daughter. I don't think you two are going to leave one another. I am not going to exchange funds between two silly people who are going to go home laughing and giggling anyway. So I don't know if he gave you any money for the phone back or not, but I'm not giving you a thing. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All right. Parties may leave the courtroom.
As Judge Lynn predicted, Ashley and Dorian are still living together and have set aside their divorce action for the time being. They say the best advice that judge gave him